finally, I have got the AR-22 Nosler put together in operating condition, fully legal, and I'm getting out here to break it in, sight it in, get it tuned in, figure it out. I go to the range every now and again, but more often than not, I head out to the desert just because it affords me, I can shoot once, go up to the target, check it, shoot again. I can continually go back there, whereas like range, you're shooting this 15-minute increments and you're waiting, and then you're getting yelled at by the range officer for pointing your barrel where it's not supposed to be, even though you're thinking you're fine. Anyway, long story short, I'm out here in the desert. At the range, they have tape or staples or whatever to get your target on the paper, and I forgot that. So we're doing a little improvising with bungee. Hopefully it works out. As long as I don't hit the bungee, I should be good. So we are at 25 yards. Decided to go 25. Got a pretty small cardboard out there. But before we did get to the shooting here, I wanted to kind of run you through the gun itself. I debated doing a gun build video, but there's just so many out there, and really just kind of the components you use. So I'm going to run you through kind of what I did on my build. Another thing is, I'm not a AR builder like whatsoever. I had some experience in the military, taking them apart and cleaning them, but that is pretty much the extent of it. So I was kind of starting from square one, YouTubing it myself, figuring out what I needed to do to get this thing together. So upper lower receiver, Gibbs arms, side charging handle. The idea of it, having a quick change to any kind of jam. Just a standard, real standard, cheapest I could do, lower parts kit on it. I'm gonna probably change out the button just to get away from the standard textured button there. Bolt is I can't remember the name of it, but I'll throw it up here on the screen in a minute. But it's all coated up. Should be really nice and smooth, not have to do so much lube. Captured spring, JP Industries, I think is the name of it. Ergo grip, used to be Magpul, went to this Ergo, I guess bottom out or something, I don't know, but I like the constant cheek weld adjustment, as well as the lock feature on it. You push this forward and that thing's not going anywhere. It's really solid. There's not any sound. I just only way to do that, I took a O-ring. You can see many videos online just to stick an O-ring in there to tighten things up. Barrel is 14-inch Excalibur. I went with a 5R groove on it at 1-in-9 twist, 1-in-8 standard. On the 22 Nosler, I went with a 1-in-9 just because it seems like they're more tuned to the heavier bullets with that 1-in-8. 1-in-9, I'm hoping I can shoot the 52s, and I even have some 40 grain Bergers here. Hopefully that'll give me a little less twist on it and won't over stabilize the bullet. The Midwest Industries upper, I think it's 9.5 inches if I remember right. Gas block is a titanium adjustable gas block, standard gas tube, a 6.8 magazine, 10-round magazine from ASC. Pretty standard. I think I got that from Midway. In order to make this thing legal as a 14-inch barrel, I actually pinned and welded a Surefire flash hider, which put it right at or just over 16.1 whatever inches. But I was kind of worried about, with the length of this rifle, the noise. So I put a blast diffuser is what they call it on the front end. I have a suppressor on order, so I'm gonna have to drill this out and put the suppressed armament suppressor on once I get that. Tex 1-4, Crossfire 2. I mean, it's a cheapo scope, but it'll hopefully get the job done for the meantime, just to see if these rounds are gonna work. I'd like to do a Vortex. I'm thinking 1-8 strike fire. We'll see what the budget has in store. Magpul, I don't know what they call it, MOE grip here on the bottom, and I think that's about it. Everything else I think I've talked about. The main idea behind this gun, for me anyway, was that kind of in between. Sometimes I always take a shotgun and a rifle on stand. So sometimes there are these stands where you're like, man, I don't want to bring both. It may be a long walk. It may be that the brush just kind of, you're not sure if it's going to be shotgun only, rifle only. In the past, I've just brought them both and done, you know, had the shotgun for that those close shots. However, I'm noticing there's times where I'd like to have just one gun, an AR, a semi-automatic, short, quick reaction type gun that I can hit coyotes with a 1-power scope that run in at shotgun range, or quickly transition to something that's maybe 75 yards away. So, or if it's, you know, somehow you get a shooting lane in there, you think it's only shotgun, you're hitting 50 yards, but you have a shooting lane that this coyote stops at 150 or more. So I'd like to have this to utilize those occasions. We'll see how it works. Oh, one more thing, Timney trigger. I've always used Timney. Pretty much every gun, I just buy Timney trigger, throw it in there. It's the very first thing, and it turns a cheap gun into a nice gun pretty quick. So I like the Timney trigger. It's felt pretty good. We'll see how it does with the ammo behind it. So let's get to it. Not too shabby there, 25 yards. I'll be honest with you. My first shot, I was pretty much just holding the gun and shooting off in the dirt. I wasn't sure. I mean, I put something together like that I don't know, first time go, I guess. Between every round, I've been running the bore snake through the gun. Last shot there is a little left. Moved it couple clicks right. We should be good now. I'm thinking I'm going to move back to 100 and see where we are. Side note, I was kind of wondering how I was going to stabilize myself. Usually I just lay in the back of the truck in prone. I got the Goffer Reaper grip, and it's pretty much awesome. Between it, my elbows, I mean, it's not moving. It's pretty much a bench. So happy with that so far. We're going to move back to 100, see where we go. You couldn't say I brought the binos, and I thought I was going crazy not being able to see this thing on the shoot and see target, but see right here, right there, way high at 100 yards. That's was 25. I mean, it's a good 10 inches high at 100. So good to know at 25 yards what I'm dealing with here. 10-inch swing. We'll have to see what that does. All right, well, 100 yards with a 2-power scope. Like I said, I'm going to try and bump that thing up to 1 to 8. Give me a little more accuracy out here at 100. But 100 yards, 2-power scope. We're looking at pretty decent. I mean, I put my other 22-250 pretty much same hole, and that's kind of the results I'm looking for. But like I said, 2-power scope at 100 yards, not off a bench. The Reaper grip, pretty fantastic as far as stability, but you still have there's still some shooter I don't know, experience or shooter input there with it. Not solid bench, but I'm pretty happy with that. That's the 52 grain Burger, however you want to say it, H335 powder, 30 grains I think is what I have in those. So, and one, I'm just gonna write that one off. Not again what I'm looking for. I'm looking right here. Wondering if that's the video, but I think it's these right here. 1, 2. You can see right here. 1, 2. Boom. Fire. There it is. The results of the H335 52 grain burgers. 30 grains of the H335. I shoot 33 grains out of my 22-250, and I thought this would be the best round, and looks like it is. All right, finally a functioning 22 Nosler rifle in my possession, ready to smack some coyotes. I'm super happy finally to have this thing working, functioning, and that my work and effort throughout the last months has paid off. So eager to get it on a bench and see what it does at 300 yards, you know, what kind of drop we're looking at. But other than that, super happy and excited to get this thing behind or in front of some coyotes, or behind some coyotes, however you want to look at it. But hopefully you liked it. Hopefully this helps you out if you're looking at the 22 Nosler. Make sure to subscribe to our videos if you want to see some actual coyotes getting knocked down, or some of our other content. Make sure to click one of these little links here or hit the subscribe button. Until next time, Boom down.